Howdy, howdy. Can you guys, hey, color guppies, can you guys see me and hear me well enough? It always amazes me that StreamYard makes you type in your name every time. It's like it doesn't remember you. But let me go ahead and get our co-host our host with the most, Ed, up here, and get him on. The Ed. Hey, Ed. I don't hear you, Ed. Uh-oh, deja vu. Do you guys hear me? Do you hear Ed? Do you hear anything?
Testing 1, 2.
I hear you now.
Okay, good deal.
Then you hear me, obviously.
Yep.
So
You sound great, Bob.
I'm guessing they do. Well, of course. It's the Godfather. the modest Godfather. How are you doing, Ed?
Great. I'm on my telephone.
Yeah.
Because when you sent me the link on my telephone, so I'm trying to do it on my phone. I really like how it looks, but I'm trying to look at the monitor so I'll be able to read what people are saying today too.
Yeah. Cool. Good. You can help out
as long as the cats don't keep vibrating.
Yeah, I've already put Dora down once already. So, hey, Vanoski. Hey, Lisa. See if we missed anybody. Hey, Dank. Thanks, Tank. Jay Olivers. Darlene. Hey. Said hi to William. Said hi to Pam. Said hi to Pepin, a.k.a. Brian. Logan's. Hey, Logan. And Joey. I think that's everybody. I'm sorry if I missed anybody. So I like your shirt, Ed. Oh, I think you're froze. You are definitely froze. Let's see if he comes back up. Great to see you too, Melvin. Sorry, guys, about not having a link to come over with, but I wasn't comfortable posting the link. I guess Susie had a shortage of modding, and I don't like to post my own link, and I kind of got that from Candy. Just think it's taking advantage, whether you really are or not. Hey, Mary Page. If she had asked me to, I would, but we're fine. You guys know where to find me. So, hey, Teresa. Glad you popped in. Great to see you. I saw you on somebody else's comments on a video I watched today, so I knew you were out and about and around, so good to see you again. It is a ruby red dragonette, William, and I do have one and a couple other dragonettes as well. And that is let me see if Ed's back. He is. He's probably been back, and I've started talking without. Sorry, Ed. I hope you weren't there too long.
Oh, no, I wasn't. I don't know what quite happened there. If my phone was still on the normal internet and I forgot to set it to the new internet or what.
Huh. Well, you sound good and you look good, so I hope it's okay.
Yep. Well, we'll find out.
I do the opposite from you. I know you have a light that you have a bright light. I do the opposite. I find that I look a little better in the dark.
Yeah, here I'll turn it towards the light.
Oh no.
Did you see it?
Yep, I did. And see, I told you.
Oh, you couldn't see the top of the light, just the bottom. Just the bottom.
Just the bottom. But yeah, they say always light yourself well. That's one of the tips that comes up usually, to light yourself to be beautiful. And I'm like, y'all haven't met me. So anywho, yeah, I was just telling you when you froze that I like your shirt.
Yeah, I do. I do too. And you know who gave this shirt to me?
No.
James from Fisher and Food. No, I'm teasing. Bob gave me this shirt, and I really appreciate it, and it's awesome.
I started to
Look
say,
at
if you forgot anything,
look at
you.
it's so big and bright.
It is, yeah. Yeah, yours is up a lot better than mine for sure. For sure.
Nico likes it.
Yeah, it sure does pick up the lint and hair and all that. What did they used to say? Picks up everything but girls and money. So
That's what black does.
yep, they're twinning all in tanks. Hey, Brittany or Tiffany. I knew I would finally call you Brittany because I do half the time when I'm typing it out. It's an old person thing. Bubbles. Yep, it is Bubbles. Well, I had asked Ed if he would tell us a little bit about his trip. I didn't actually see the stream last night with you and James, so that may have been an hour of Father Fish. I don't know because I didn't see it. I haven't caught up on watching videos. I'm trying to hide that black spot on the wall with my head. But if you don't mind to tell us a little bit about it and how it went and how Father Fish is.
Well, it was crazy how everything was so fast, because we basically drove to Florida and back in about a span of 30 hours. And 12 of that, or no, 24 of that, I think, was in the car. It was crazy. But we got down there and, am I still on?
You are. I'm going to learn this while you're talking.
Okay, cool. No, cool. And so we went down there and we found his shop in Venice, Florida. And it is like, Venice, Florida is kind of like a tourist place. It's where the snowbirds go and stay. And like he says, it's always, these are the rougher times of the year for him because of all the tourists aren't there. Well, maybe the tourist season's ending. I don't know. But I know that he said that like the population booms in the wintertime in Venice. But so it's all like little tourist shops all over. And his shop is painted up super cute. It's got a big mural. And I'd show you the picture, but it's on my phone. And it's got like he bought a boat and he filled it and made it into a tub or like a little pond. It's just super neat. And then I've always like had it pictured in my head what his place was like, because I always pictured him, you'd walk in and the counter would be on your right side and he'd be behind the counter with that big clock and he'd just be able to look over everything. But it's actually just the opposite. You walk in and he has like a little shop in the front with like tourist things. I should have brought I bought my mom some really neat wind chimes. I should have brought those and shown them to you guys. They're super cool. And like Daniken bought a giant coral. And so it was just really neat. I mean, he had Megalodon teeth. He has all, little souvenir stuff. Right. And then he actually has like an office, and that's where his clock is, on that side, and he can look over. And then you walk into his big place, and it's just gigantic. He's got fish tanks all over, and he's got it looks a lot like the pet stores I've seen in Europe, how they're kind of pyramid style. I don't know if your bottom tank and then your next tank is up, and it just kind of stacks 3. So you're never having to look way up, kind of like at our local pet store, one of our local pet stores. I don't see how they sell anything on the top row because it's almost at 6'5" or 6'6".
That sounds like that place we went to in Atlanta, you and James and I, that had them stacked on the corners on the ends of each row.
Yeah, that was the Shelly tanks are that way at that place. Well, this one, everything is that way. So it's just pretty amazing. Except he also has some giant tanks also, some 200 plusers. And it was really funny because we first get in there and he puts us to work and we hadn't eaten all day long because we just tried to get there. So we stopped at McDonald's to get coffee and sweet tea and took off. And poor Kenny was so hungry. Well, we all were, but we were like, okay, let's just get Father Fish and take him to some, seafood place. And Father Fish pulls out this box and says, "You guys are going to do the work for me that would take me 6 hours." And it was a box packed with packages of plants.
Oh,
and and bulbs. And it was, and they're plants, Bob, that we don't see here. He said that they're all local plants grown in a place nearby, but we just don't get a lot of them. I mean, they have a Kumbumba here. He had a lot of Kumbumba. But then he had a lot of other stuff that I hadn't seen. And so we would just take some stuff out. And the first thing I took was pennywort Brazilian, because I could pronounce it. Because I knew and he did a live stream while we're doing it, I knew he was going to ask what we were doing. And then when I got back to the thing, it's like, oh, they grabbed all the other easy to say stuff. So, but that was fun. And he just said, plant it wherever. So I don't know how he charges people for plants, if all plants are a certain price, like $5 a plant, or how that works.
He may have some of that stuff on his Get Gill store.
Oh, he might. Some really neat stuff.
He's got a lot of plants on there.
I'm going to show you one that I got that's really neat. It's in this tank right here. Oh, let's see. I got to unplug the power cord. There we go. See this green one? It's already coming out of the water.
Yeah.
That one, he said it likes to grow out of the water, but it's beautiful what's in the water. And so I had to get one of those. I probably should have bought like 4 or 5 of those.
Is it a hygrophila?
I don't have a clue. I heard so many Latin names in 10 hours. But I don't see that at our local stores. Oh, now I can't get the thing. There it is. It's back in the charger. But, it was just neat that, and then he had a couple of things that just smelled bizarre. And I purposely didn't grab the stuff that smelled. Kenny had some pods that were just terrible smelling, and he was planting them. And when I was going around picking plants out to buy from him afterwards, he grabbed one of those and said, "Oh, you need one of these?" And I was like, whoa, well, I guess. Hopefully it doesn't smell underwater. And it doesn't. So far, so good.
Logan's asking you if you saw the dragon goby.
I did not. I saw he had a saddle bisher that is like thicker than a baseball bat. It looked like a log, and I didn't even realize it was a bisher, but because there was a foot big red tail sleeping on top of it. And I said, "Hey James, there's a red tail for you." And he says, "Look at the bisher under it." I thought it was laying on a log. So that was pretty neat. Those are cool. Yeah. Really he says cool. he gets a lot of the great big fish because a lot of places down there, they are always changing their fish around, these stores. And so right.
I bet he's a lot like Ponds and Plants in that he gets fish back that people can't keep any longer because of their size, because Ponds does that here. So I would imagine. And it's a lot like Ponds and Plants, how they're kind of an old school place, but he's just got so much more. I enjoyed, he's had a real hard time getting any birds in during the whole COVA thing. All he has is pheasants and just dozens of parakeets. And he has a bird room bigger than my whole fish room. And they just fly all over the place. It even has a little pond for him to jump in. And he has 2 statues of little kids
fishing in there.
I
It's
saw
really neat.
he did a video of just that bird room once, and I saw that it's really big. Yeah.
And he gets a lot of help from a lot of people, which is pretty cool.
Now, did you do a video there of the store?
I actually didn't. I think I mainly kind of just tried to help out and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I know that Kenny did one, and I was in there. I was just enjoying talking to Father Fish because he was like the only place that's air conditioned in the whole place is his office.
Wow.
So, and my back gets really sore. So I was enjoying sitting in there with him and talking with him. I got to spend a lot of time with Father Fish. The other two were doing other stuff a lot of times, but I was enjoying him as much as I could.
Well, you guys were there on a collecting trip, weren't you?
Yeah, he took us on 2. He almost took us on a 3rd one, but I think we were just running out of time. The first one we went into was like this, just it was kind of like a little marshy area, and it was only probably 3 feet deep all the way across, but it was just maybe like 2 square acres of these plants, and they all had great big yellow blooms. They were just about to pop. So I wish we could have made it just a week later, because that would have been awesome. See all the thousands of big giant lily pads with yellow flowers. But I went in and James went in. Poor Kenny was so tired. He drove all the way. He just kind of stood there and tried to rest, and then he ended up videotaping us for a little bit. And it felt like I was only doing it for 5 minutes, but they said I was in there for about 45. And I caught a lot of mosquito fish, a little blue perch of some type, and I would have loved to have kept them, Bob. They were only about an inch or an inch and a half long, but they said they get to about 6 inches, and so I didn't want to deal with that.
So you didn't bring anything back?
No, Father Fish gave me 4 little Keeley fish, and so they're up in one of my tanks. And then I'm trying to get some green mollies to survive, but they're having a hard time adapting to our water. They were in mineral springs, and there was literally millions in this mineral spring, and the guys caught about 100 of them. But we wouldn't have grabbed so many if we knew that we weren't taking them all. I think we were thinking maybe 6 for you, 6 for James, and 6 for me.
Like a Peru trip.
Yeah. But I guess it's a lot easier when it's a Peru trip without the mailing or shipping.
Right.
So
yeah, for sure. Well,
I
got those yesterday when you guys were back, and we met up with Susan, and then went around to a couple of stores. I got those mollies, those self-in mollies. And I've lost one of them. I got 3 different pairs, 3 different types, and I've lost one. So I may be going back to get another male. But they're doing good. They're pretty. I really like those mollies. They're nice.
Which store did you get those from?
I got them at the first one at
Bermuda?
Bermuda Triangle. And these guys wouldn't even wait on me. They wouldn't. No, I'm teasing. I told Danikin was getting pressed for time to get started on the road, and we'd held him over, and I told them to go on while they caught my fish, and we were in separate vehicles. I'd catch up with them. So they did. So we had a good time yesterday too. We saw Susan. That was great. And we finally met Rod, her husband. So that was great. I never had met him, seen him in tons of videos. And he's just as deep spoken and calm and laid back, just like he is on the videos when he goes through. So that was really neat. We got to have lunch with them, and they went to one of the stores with us. So
I couldn't figure out what was going on with my it kept going sideways. The cat's laying on the cables. Come on, buddy.
that'll do it.
He's like long wise on the desk. Oh gosh. Sorry, folks.
Right there on mail waiting to make her move, but I'm drinking coffee, so she probably won't bother me as long as I have that cup. So.
I wish my cats respected me like that. They see me with a glass, they think it's partly theirs.
Oh, there's Father Fish. Hey, Father Fish.
Oh, awesome.
Telling us how much fun he had with you, how hard you worked him.
It was so much fun, Bob. It was really neat. And he has one of those super cool chairs. I've got to get a super cool chair. Oh.
Yeah, she just thought she would make her move, but I sent her on across. Like an office chair?
It's one of those computer chairs.
Oh, wow.
Like a gamer chair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and he's got a giant, big old monitor, so it's real easy for him to read all the words up there. And he's got it down so he can just pull clips into his videos and everything.
Oh, wow. That's
he's
nice.
He's pretty smooth.
Oh, yeah. We worked him hard. He said yeah, Ed said his back's out really bad. Hey,
oh. Today I slept like crazy. It was like the first time I got to really sleep. And oh, come on, Nico, stop it. Ah.
Well, I
cat.
James was going back home, I guess, then yesterday, Saturday.
Yeah, he was getting worried about his fish because he took a whole bunch of the wild fish home, and he was getting worried about them in those bags, and so he decided just to take off and get them in the new water. I mean, him and Danica and Kenny, they set up tanks in my kitchen and had a whole system for him to start, getting used to our water and everything.
Neat.
Yep.
Well, I missed that. Like I said, hey, Ginger Graves. Hey, Susie Q. Hey, Maria Z. Lots of people coming in. Almost to 50 people here. Logan. Go ahead, Ed. I'm just looking to see who's here. Sorry.
Oh, no. It was pretty neat because, like, when we got to go to places, I got to be the Father Fish's co-pilot, and that was pretty awesome, too.
Oh, I bet.
I get to talk his ear off and learn all about him. He's a really neat guy. Super cool. And then he took us to this, since we didn't have time to we were going to go out to the ocean and try to collect some pygmy seahorses. And we just didn't have the time. So he took us to this river where they used to shoot Tarzan movies. And that was just beautiful. I probably took 50 photos there and a couple little short films. But James did a really neat little 4-minute video where he interviewed Father Fish. And there was these two old guys on a stage behind us. One had a banjo and one had an accordion. And they're playing.
I wondered where that music came from.
It sounded like he added a soundtrack, but he didn't. It was just those guys on the stage behind us. I kind of feel bad. I should have gave him a $2 tip or something. Oh, well.
James did a members only preview today, and he said that here's something for the members to look at till he gets subtitles in and so forth. And I couldn't, with my hard of hearing, it was hard for me to hear Father Fish with that music, and I know James didn't put that music over that like that, so that explains it. And I told him, it'd be great when he got it subtitled. James.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That was pretty smart to think about subtitling. I wouldn't have even thought of that.
Yeah. Because Father Fish had a lot to say. I was talking a lot. Was that the Silver Springs? Is that what that was? That river? Y'all were on there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've been to Silver Springs. It's beautiful. Yeah. There's Big J and Brad. Indoor fishing inside. What
Father Fish said, we had such a great time. I'm glad that you had a good time because it seemed like we were trying to pull him away from his business, and I felt bad about that. But it was. I just wish we could have stayed for 4 days. Oh, now my cat's in on my mouse.
Oh, we got a super chat, $5 super chat from J. Oliver's Guppies and Aquatics. It says, "Love the live stream. Thank you guys for all you do." Thank you. Appreciate it.
And Bob, I have to thank you for something.
Uh-oh.
That was really nice of you to switch soups with me yesterday.
Soups. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Normally, I love their creamy soups, and they always make one creamy and one not creamy. And I thought I was picking the creamy one, and I didn't. And Bob picked the creamy one, and he switched with me, and that was really nice of you.
Well, either one was good for me. As you can see, I have no trouble finding something good to eat anytime. So, but yeah, Ed asked me if I would trade with him, and even offered to let me try mine. So I did. But then when he tried his, tried mine. He put his spoon back in it. So that's still the deal. He knew what he was. But no, mine was good. A seafood bisque. It's good. Or that's what we ended up with. I mean, Father Fish said that you guys bought so much that it made his week, so you didn't take away from his business.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So I guess he had like reverse psychology on you there. Yeah.
Yeah. All the fish stores get pretty excited when they see Bob and I walk into a place too.
Don't they though? Chris is saying hi to you and I, so multi-tank
Hey.
edition. John Larson.
And Lumpy Dog's here.
See Lumpy Dog down there? Susie
Yep.
Q, super chatted. So nice to be able to stay awake for your stream. Nice to have you, Susie. Really nice to have you.
Oh, can I say something quick that doesn't apply to what we're talking about?
Of course.
Pepling Creek sent me a card with some of his stickers, and they're awesome. Thank you so much. That's really awesome.
I got some of them too, and Brian, it's Brian is his real name, and so I'm going to send him back some.
Me too.
I didn't know his name till Daniken said it on his live stream over and over, so I thought, well, that must be okay. I put one of my Aqueon, top line Aqueon lights up that's on the 33 long. So that's why it's so bright on my glasses now. And I guess you can see me a little bit better. So, but it sure is aggravating, that light is.
I shouldn't laugh, but it's funny.
John Larson is asking if we usually put Q to sleep. No, she usually has to go to bed early to be up for work Monday, but she's on vacation this week. So stand up for us, Ed. Oh, and Amy says she got stickers also. Cool. You're going to be getting stickers, Brian, it sounds like, but I'll definitely, when I pay bills in the next couple of days, I'll send mine out to you. So. And I got your sticker, Father Fish. Ed gave me one of yours. Thank you. Whether or not you intended it, I got one.
Father Fish has the coolest stickers.
Yeah, he does. Yep.
I also love his shirts that he wears. You know, the shirt with the cool
Father Fish logo. Yep.
Yeah.
I saw some of the pictures. Ed posted some on his Instagram. So that was really cool. And like when he was talking about the front of the store and the boat that has a little pond in it, that's on Ed's Instagram. So you can check it out there. Yeah, I know, Brad. I know several people have given me their address, and then I'm such a procrastinator on everything. The last thing I like to do is sit down and do mail. I just hate to write, and I hate to do that stuff, but sometimes you have to. Looks like we're caught. Man said.
Father Fish, you should sell those patches or your shirt. Oh man, come on, Nico. He just keeps sitting on everything. Why?
People
Come
that
on,
don't
buddy.
have cats won't understand. Those that do get it.
He keeps wrapping himself up in the wires. Now, now it's stuck around his tail. God.
Hey, one dirty platy, saying hello to you and Father Fish and I. And there's Lucky Stone. Welcome. Uh, and Amy's
Oh,
saying Nathan's bored, so that's where she's putting stickers, I'm sure.
Father Fish says he has coffee cups coming, so that's cool. I'll definitely order one of those. But I'd love to order one of those patches if he ever makes those.
I was about to say that was a really, I think, a good marketing idea. It sounds like it to me. Those would be great on jackets or on the back of jackets or sleeves. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you buy one? They may not know what we're talking about, but anybody that's watched Father Fish knows what it is on his shirt there. If you don't know, go over there and look.
I looked at it close in person, and I was wondering, is like the little guy in the middle, is that Father Fish a few years ago in the past? I should have asked him, but I think I didn't want to interrupt whatever he was talking about. I think he was talking about hogfish at the time.
That's what I was afraid of. He says they're embroidered and really expensive.
Mm.
BTW Aquatics says he'd like to get one of mine. I will send you some. If I have your address, I'll send them. I probably told you that 6 months ago. But I'll go back and see everybody that I know if I've got their address. If anybody wants one, and whether or not you've already asked me, please just go ahead and message me Instagram or Messenger or email any way that you want, and I'll start a list. I promise, and I'll sit down and knock them out. Do it.
Maybe we'll have to make Fish Mafia patches, and then we could sew them on our sleeves if we want, or whatever.
That would be cool because I'm wanting to get a long sleeve T-shirt, and I'd like to put one on that. I
Yeah,
like the mugs, Father Fish. I'm trying to do that, but for some reason it doesn't want to put my logo on both sides. So I'm still working on it. I don't think they're available, so I'm trying.
I would love to have long sleeve T-shirts that say Chattanooga Ed down the sleeve, because when I used to have to design them for the union, I always would get long sleeve and short sleeve, and then get our the local down the sleeve, and I always thought that was so cool.
Sorry, I get distracted. I'm sitting here looking at fish and having some beta drama. Not fighting, just you're on my side. Well, you're on my side too. They were arguing over the middle, kind of. They're so funny. Oh,
I think it's neat that you can keep betas in the same tank. That's pretty awesome.
I did have, well, no, you don't because you've been real busy. Had to take one out, and I think I was doing a live stream Wednesday or maybe when I did that. Yeah, you said you had to miss that. But anyway, I took it out and I put it over in the tank where the Shelleys were that I lost. And you may not know that either, but I lost those. And it was obviously a pH. My pH water coming out of the tap is 6.0. 6.0. So, and they need like an 8 or 8.4 or something. And it had been at 7 something, I forget, but a lot closer to that. And the store, the guy that bred them told me that he kept them about 7 or 7.2, 7.4. So I thought that would be fine because I was just a little above that. But so I put the one that came from Dan's that he held behind a long time. It had some Popeye, but he's fine now. I put it over there because it was chasing a couple of the other males in here. And I put some guppies that I got from Guppy Boy over there. So really nice. I got several things from him, but that was perfect for the guppies. So
when did your water go so low? And do you know why they build something new?
I don't know what's going on with it, but yeah, they have done some up the street, some plumbing and some stuff. So that may have something to do with it. But that's a big to drop, because mine would come out like 7.2. I mean, all the time, and I'd rarely have to do anything. I would put some crushed coral, sometimes in my breeder tanks, just because I'd have so many fish in there. And I don't know, but I had lost several fish, and when I lost those, somebody said pH, and so that's when I started checking it, and it was still where I wanted it, but then I checked the tap, and it was 6.0, sure enough. So I went
Fun.
around checking the tanks, and they were all 6 something. So after a
Oh,
while, so I had to go ahead and do some KH booster and booster and get them up. So I've got them all like 7.5, 7.6 now. So crazy.
that is. It makes me want to go check mine right now. I'll wait till afterwards. I think we have 2 different water company or facilities.
Probably
Since
that makes sense if we do. Probably. There's gnarly fish. Let's see who else came in. I'm the world's worst about the chat, and I get after you, Ed. When or not get after you, but get aggravated. 6.0 terrible. You said fatherfish, and we just imagine those little Shelleys. I got 5 of them and brought them back from Nashville to past Chattanooga. They did okay for a couple of weeks in there, but I guess they just couldn't endure. Theirs was above 7. It was 7.4 is where I think I had them, because that's what he said he raised them at. But but they all died one night. They all died the same night, and they ate good that evening. I mean, there were no signs or symptoms of anything. You know what? I might have done a water change that evening. I don't know. I used to keep a log of when I did water changes, and then I just gave up on it because it was that much more work. I may have done a partial water change on them and dropped it down. Makes sense. Yep.
I I really want to get one of those wax pencils and then write down the date on like the farthest one that I started on, and then maybe a check by the time where I quit, so I would remember, and then I don't have to worry about all of them.
Yeah.
If I don't get it all done in one day.
Yep.
But I really like to get a wax pencil.
Yeah. I would too. I'm not sure where to get those, but I bet you places like Staples and stuff like that would have them. If not Walmart and stuff, they have lots of school supplies. But I don't know if a wax pen would be. Griffin said he found you, Ed.
Hey Griff, how you doing?
Hey, Griff. I'm glad he's following you. Usually he's following me. Hey, Steele. Welcome.
And Kenny said he had a great time at Griff's house too. He said that Griff was a really good guy, good fun. It's just a bummer that he's not doesn't have more time to spend with everybody.
Yep. I know if y'all hadn't stopped for just a minute and pulled in to eat, I would have hardly got to see you.
Yeah.
The truth.
Well, if it wasn't for the 24 hours I was in a car with him, it would have been a lot shorter. I was trying to use that as an excuse to get to the Tennessee Aquarium. I really need to get over there and check it out. But I've got so many things on my agenda for this week because I've got to try to finish my betta wall so I can get. Oh, Nico, come on, buddy.
I'm going to try to turn this camera around and move a little bit. Go ahead.
Well, this week my goals are to get the betta wall in. That'll be right over there. And then once I get that in, then I can work on those really nice acrylic tanks that Bob and we got at the local fish store at Aquatic Aesthetics. And Bob's are just beautiful. He's got them packed with rainbows. I'm not for sure what I'm going to put mine in, but I just can't wait. It'll be fun. I also have like 3 strands of guppies I want to order this week.
Have you checked out Guppy Boy?
No.
I just came across like a video that was recommended or something. He's a smallish channel, like 100, 200, unless I'm confusing him with somebody, but not very big, but nice fish room. All kinds of endlers and rice fish. And so a lot of people
Ooh.
knew him when I posted the unboxing and then went back and did the video the next day. But I got some little Bozemantes from him, rainbows, and they're in here. They're swimming among the big ones. And I was treating this tank anyway, and I thought, well, what the heck? I'm just going to go ahead and let them go in here. And then I got some, it's kind of a commercial for Guppy Boy in it, but it's guppyboyusa.com. These are gold body, blue, and that's just a little adolescent male, but the picture of them is gorgeous. So I got a pair rather than a trio, and they're doing great together. She didn't like him at first, and there's the meanie. Put him over here. But yeah, see, this was the Shelly tank.
Well, it still looks nice.
Yeah, I'm going to get some shorter plants in here, but see, I've still got floating stuff from the Shellys. And I ran short of lights a while ago. I was starting to pair up tanks with lights. I got so many tanks, I'm not sure what I'm going to set up, but I forgot I had this little light, and it's doing pretty good for that, but it may not hold those plants. And I finally found a place for my new rainbow tank, but I had to move my entertainment center thing over there, and it would be out of here if I could lift the old TV that's in it. It's a new TV. It's like 20 years old, but it was only used like 5 times. But that's what's on the other side of that. But this is where the rainbows are going to all congregate, so I can have their 40 breeders and get the dragon puffers in there.
Nice.
And I thought I had a home invasion last night and got up, and that's shattered glass all down there. And my Nancy Ward, my Ben Hampton print, fell off the wall, and it knocked that clock off, and you can see the face of it's broken. But look at the mildew behind that.
Oh, wow.
No, I had that up there from last winter, and I've just never brought the ladder in and got up there and wiped it off with a little bleach water, I guess. But that was behind there, so I'm going to have to take this and get it repaired and probably reframe the frame spent. But anyway, it wasn't a home invasion, so I was happy about that.
So you heard all this banging and you thought somebody was invading your house and you just stayed in the bed and slept?
No, I got up to see that everything. I didn't know what it was because I didn't notice anything
Oh,
missing. Couldn't see. No, I got up and I actually got my gun up. I hardly ever handle it, but I actually got my gun out of the drawer and came through here, and the dogs were barking, and everything was fine. No windows broken. The windows are really hard plexi. They're not glass. And I've tried to break in once when I locked myself out, and it was impossible. I really tried everything, hammers, rocks. I just couldn't break the glass. So I was really surprised that somebody, and I thought, well, maybe somebody tried, but no one was in here, so I just went back to bed. But then I found it today. I got over there fooling with that tank. What you got planned this week, Ed?
well, I want to get those things done. You mentioned that you wanted to go to Knoxville sometime. So if you want to do that, let me know.
This is where I lose signal, but I'm just going to show this quickly. There's the fins. Yeah, I know it'll lose signal. It's the black and white one that I lost the male to. These guys have already been fed twice, so they're little pigs. Oh, the other things I got from Guppy Boy were some of the blue-eyed plecos. And they're the yellow ones. They're small. There's one on top and one below. If you can still hear me. Oh, there's 2 on top. There's 2 on top and 1 below. And then I've got some of those little catfish, that Rob had at Aquatic Aesthetics. I've got some of those in the other tanks. and then some little plecos that somebody won and gave to me. I think it was Sandy Dowdy. Somebody sent them to me. Yeah, it was Sandy. So I got some of those still. But yeah, they're coming together. Doing okay. I'm going to add some more gravel. I've got a bag and I just got to rinse it and get it in there. But the plants I got from Rob while we were there yesterday are in here. I got those in. It's coming along.
Well, I may have lost one of your Santa Maria endlers.
Uh-oh.
The boy, I haven't seen him since I've got back, and I've been searching.
Huh.
So that's kind of, and maybe he'll pop up.
Did I show you my stick? You were showing Priscilla your stick from Priscilla.
Oh, look at that. That's a neat stick.
Yeah, a lady I worked with, I got it about 10 years ago, but her husband makes them, and it had a vine grow into it around it. So it is a great walk stick. It's heavy. I just keep it by the door for those intruders that can't get in.
Now, did that have to be sealed so it was all together? Like, did they have to lacquer it all together so it never fell off?
The vine isn't in there. I guess he stripped it off or it fell off. It's not in there. Just at a groove where it was.
Oh, I gotcha.
Just a groove. Just a groove. I can't believe those rotten dogs. Nelson, I've had people that are the reptile people. There's Nelson. He's okay. People have been asking about him. He freaked out because I moved him to the dining room. He or she. But he's back out and about and taking food now and actually going through a shed. So he's all right. I see Amy's here. So there's Sand Creek, a.k.a. Sandy. He likes to, in the daytime, he likes to get off of his pad, which is under that hide, and come down here and lay by the water. And he really needs some water. Yep, he's all but out of water. Need to fill that up. So, messy. Talking about projects, gosh.
Now, when you went to the exotic pet guy for Sandy?
Yeah, the vet.
Yeah. Could you also take Nelson to him, or is that
Yeah, I asked him about that while I was talking to him on the phone out in the car, and he said yes. He hadn't seen that many of them, but it would be pretty much like any other skink, and he said he would read up on them too. So, but I wanted to get Nelson sexed like I did Sandy. Cut it out. Gosh.
Wow, they listen to you.
It sounded like Mariah Carey, that last little yip, that real high note. Cut it out, guys. But yeah, he told me I could bring him, but he's only there Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So I'll get him up there maybe next week. Him or her. Let's see who comes on next. It looks like it's about 10, 11 minutes till. Oh, it's Rob 93. Let me come back off of these. Off of these tanks. People have seen these tanks, so they're sick of them. I know I am. All right, here we go.
I think it's Daniken that goes next, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, because it's Sunday. Thanks, Ed. I was thinking it was Wednesday, and I'm thinking, it's awful dark. It's like, with Susie, I didn't get it. I'm like, it's getting darker. It's Wednesday.
Yeah, I was trying to figure up when to do our fantasy football draft. And, I was trying to subtract 6 hours from our time just to get Jesse in there. And then poor Aquamate, I don't even know how many hours. I don't know if he's ahead or behind. So I think we're just going to have to do it and see how it goes.
As far as doing the, come here, Ozzy. As far as doing the being the referee, what's going to be required of me since I
Well,
know nothing about football?
what we'll do is whenever there's a trade that you think or that we don't think is fair, we'll go to you and ask you. So much like your Codfather powers on the fish community, it'll be the
Oh,
same.
okay. Oh, okay. Just say something whether I know what I'm talking about or not. I got it. I
Yeah.
got it.
We'll say, is this a fair trade or not? And if I wink with my left eye, it's yes. Right eye, no.
Gotcha. As long as you tell me what to do, I can do it. Is there really criteria that I'll need to look at to decide that?
Not really.
Okay. Just watch for the winks.
Yep.
Yeah, I see Pam's on here. Yeah, she's running all over. Come here, Pam's on here. Come here.
Jesse's here too. We were just talking about him.
Yeah. I was hoping somebody else might come up with us, but so far no one's gone into wait.
Did you see Jesse's quick little stream today?
I did, and I clicked on it purposely because I wanted to see what he was crossing and if it was of interest. And it was the magenta gene, because that's where one of my well, not one of, but my only line, my strain came from is the magenta roundtail male, and then the American green delta tail female. So, and that's what Susan has now from me. So yeah, I'm glad that I did look at it.
Yeah, I liked how he said that I learned about the Dumbo gene is in the female. That's pretty interesting.
Yes.
My
Genes are
mom enjoyed that. I was upstairs talking, and she was there and she listened to it.
Doug Gray. He uses a lot of every now and then. If you pay attention to what he's saying, he'll enlighten you with a little genetic education. So he knows his stuff for sure, as does Jesse.
I normally listen to Doug for the jokes.
Yeah, I'm not
No,
going to comment on those.
Doug's amazing.
He is. I showed you guys. Remember what he sends me all the time?
I know.
The Elvis. Let's see. This morning he messaged me like at 7:28 or 7:38, and I'm like, that better be a fire at the Ark or something. And it was him, and he's like, you haven't put a video out for 2 days, and I'm concerned about you. Do you need help or something? And I'm like, that's because I've been doing cameo appearances like with Daniken and Ed and Fish Room Fever and Susan. And I said, I can't do it all in one day. So I said, I feel a responsibility to give back to the community. He got a big kick out of that. It's so much fun to go back and forth with.
Yep. Yeah, I missed the mob guppy also. We were out eating while Peter was going this Saturday.
Yep, that's true.
They were probably talking about you at Walmart, and you were actually down the street from Walmart.
That's true. I was. Come here, Ozzy. Pam's on here too. Come on. He's checked everything out in here. Come on. No? Okay, well, forget it. Forget it. No one wants to. Ed wants to see you. Where are you? There you go. Ed's looking for you. You're Ed's buddy, aren't you? Yep. Well, he went toe to toe with you, Ed.
Yep, he would like to eat me. You guys, look at this cute little dog. If there was a way that I could step in the room right now, you would see teeth that can't fit in that mouth. It's like he has a raptor's mouth or a T-Rex or something.
He's listening to you. He's licking his lips. He's ready. If Pam's streaming, there he is. If Pam's streaming, I have to hold him so he can listen to her and watch her. He likes Pam. I started to say for some reason, but I thought better not say that. See you, Kim. She's heading out to eat and made her hungry, probably.
Yazzie was actually close enough. He could have bit me in the ankle if he wanted to, but he didn't.
You see what he's doing now? The yawn is his tail. You know, like when people have a tail, like if they're playing cards, if they're bluffing, they might scratch their ear or, do something. But most people have a tail, and his tail about biting is he yawns real big. Not every time, but if it's in a situation like this, when he yawns, he's getting ready. Kind of like how a snake stretches its jaws. I didn't know that, but little Sandy over there stretches his mouth when he gets a mouse. He stretches and stretches, and then he goes to it. He's wanting to stretch it out good, I guess.
Oh,
The bear, Bob. He's paying attention to you. He's watching the chat below. Pam's in there, I'm telling you.
his little ears are so big. He's like a little reindeer.
Uh-oh, he found you. Ginger's talking about all this. See there? About all the spellings. His is Yahzi. And if you Google it, it's Navajo or Navajo for little one. He was named before I got him, but it fits him. You sleepy? Okay. All right. It's about 4 minutes till. So do you have a hashtag, Yazzie? Yazzie's got hashtag rub my belly. Got the turkey in my hand. Hashtag rub my belly. We could send that over to Kenny, and he'd wonder what the heck.
Oh, you know how Kenny's going all across the country, and he's hit every bad piece of weather he can. Like he hit that straight on winds when he was going to visit Cody's son, and then last night he was driving to see his aunt, and I think he hit that hurricane in Australia, in Arkansas.
Oh my gosh!
And he said that it was flash floods and it was going off on his radio and everything.
He called me while I was at the Ark last night, and I didn't realize it. I was outside or playing with puppies or both. But and then he said he was in I forget where. I'd never heard of it. Some little place in Tennessee, but almost out of the state and almost to Arkansas. So maybe it was getting bad then. And he just said, "Nice to see you guys," and all that again. And so I messaged him back and told him what I was doing, and sorry I missed him.
Yeah, he needs to sell his place and move to Tennessee.
Yeah, I
agree. Because he'd be fun.
Yeah, I think he's looking for a job anyway.
Yeah, we just need to get Danny to visit our aquarium or something, and I bet she would love that.
Uh-huh. Bill was asking
we had those two.
Go ahead, Ed. I'm sorry.
What's that? I was just thinking if we had those two, man, our mafia would be complete.
It would be too. Yep, it would. Bill Witt was asking, don't snakes dislocate their jaws before they eat? And I thought that, and I'm not sure that I've read that, but what they do is, and that may be what you're saying anyway, is down like where the cleft of our chin is in the middle of the lower jaw. It isn't attached there anyway. It's not joined together, so that can stretch out. Pam, we've had those puppies. I've been posting about them on Instagram and the ARC's Facebook, and they were born the 27th. So they went in. Ozzy was wanting to bite so much, he keeps yawning. Pam's here, but she can't talk to you. She didn't come up. But yeah, there's 6 of them, Pam, and I've got to figure out who's boys and girls. And there's some of them look like mom, and some are a little bit lighter, and then there are a couple of dark ones that might be black. So, hey, Swampy Acres, doing good. We're just about to close and go over to Danaquin, not Danaquin, Aquatics. So, well, Ed, thank you per usual. And oh, look at Ed's kitty.
I was just about to, but he started cleaning his armpit.
Oh, that's better than some of the shots Dharma does when I'm doing live streams. Like, do you think people want to see that?
That's true. Well,
Glad
I actually thought about Dharma in the last live stream we were doing here. Danikin did one. I think. Oh, it was when we interrupted Pam's show and didn't know it. Nico jumped up there and tried to do a Dharma shot like twice.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It is a raid. Steele's asking if it's a raid to Danikin, and it is 9 now, and he just went live. So let's go over there. I just got a notification. Imagine that. So let's just say Bob and Ed raid. How about that? Bob and Ed raid. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Ed. You have anything else
Oh,
to say, Ed?
nope. It was my pleasure. Just call me this week whenever you want to head to Knoxville.
What about tomorrow?
What was
I'll
I?
message you.
Call me because I thought, oh, I'm taking my mom out tomorrow to get her a new cell phone.
You'd rather be with your mom than go to a fish store?
She hasn't had a cell phone for a while.
Okay. All right. And I'm at the Art Tuesday, so we'll look at Wednesday and beyond. All right. Bye-bye, guys. See you over in Danikins. Bye, Ed.
Bye-bye.
Let's see. Bob and Ed raid. Got to remember that.